What's up YouTube? JR Sig Reviews here, and today I am reviewing these JPS Blues. Now I haven't uploaded in a couple of days because I've been trying to get rid of a sore throat. That was because of a cold that I had earlier, and well, obviously I've been trying to cut down on these during that period because obviously cigarettes don't help colds, as everyone knows. They just make it worse, so that's why I haven't uploaded in a couple of days, because I've just been trying to get rid of it so that I can get back onto it and not have to smoke and then, you know, have another cough for like another 2 weeks or something. So anyway, let's get on to the review. JPS Blues. Now these are the brand that I actually first tried, not when I first started smoking, but the first cigarette I ever had. I won't go into detail because that's a story for another day, so I'll just get onto the cigarette review. Anyway, JPS Blues. Just bought a 10 pack because I haven't had them in a while, and I just wanted to buy a 10 pack to get used to it, and then obviously maybe if I like them I'll buy a 20 pack, so at least I got the choice in the matter. Anyway, before I light it up, it is just a normal standard 85mm king size cigarette with no perforation on the filter, which is a good thing, and it says JPS in blue there, as you can see, and tobacco tone is, ooh, that is light. As you can see here, there's definitely light tobacco tone. Anyway, let's get this lit up. Alright, first draw off the bat. It's okay. It's definitely how I remember them. I haven't had these in at least about 1.5 to 2 years, and it does. Last time I had them, compared with the first time I had them, I'm getting relatively the same taste, obviously because the blend wouldn't have changed, but relatively the same taste that I remember, which is alright. They're not bad cigarette, average I'd say. It's alright. Flavour is a bit, it's not distinct, it's a bit bland, I think. As my palate's developed over the years, I find these quite a bland flavor, like bland cigarette, and when it comes to flavour. They're not that great for flavour, but burn time they're alright. If you don't pack them down, then they will burn a little bit fast. But besides that, average cigarette. Decent draw, as there's no perforation on the filter, so that's why it's a pretty decent draw. You don't need to cover up or anything like that, which is good. Now, as you can see, burn time is alright. Burn evenness, relatively even, with no blotching on the paper at the moment, which indicates adequate paper. Now, nicotine hit, it's alright. It's not the best, although in this country it is a full strength cigarette. It contains 10mg of tar, 0.8mg of nicotine, and 10mg of carbon monoxide, so it is the same strength as a Marlboro Red. But it has a little bit more harshness to the throat than with a Marlboro Red. Just my personal opinion. But these are alright cigarette. Not bad. Average, like what I was saying before. Draw is pretty good. Burn time is average. With still no blotching on the paper at all, which is good. Good paper. Adequate body. Alright body. Usually with full strength cigarettes you do get quite a good body. Depends on the brand, but these do have quite a good body on them, which is good. Now filter. I'm a little disappointed in the filter. They are a bit squishy, as you can see here, coming away from the paper a little bit. But the filter, it's like overall it holds throughout the whole cigarette, which is pretty good. and as you can see here, I'm starting to get a little bit of blotching on the paper. Well, actually quite a bit of blotching on the paper. And as you do get down to around about 3/4 of the cigarette here, you do get that chemical taste. But for the first draw down to the half, hardly any chemical taste whatsoever. I'm getting a little bit of chemical taste in it right now, but not so much that it'll ruin the smoking experience of the cigarette itself. But I would give the chemical rating, say around about a 2 out of 10. You can taste it, but it won't ruin it, which is good. Definitely harshness to the throat. Not that much harshness to the throat, but definitely a little bit. So I would not recommend it to the first time smoker. I was stupid enough when I was younger to have one of them, and yeah, it blew me away. They were very, very strong, but that's because it was a full strength cigarette and it was my very first cigarette, so it did kind of hit me like a fucking 10-ton truck. But I'm a little disappointed in the flavour. I would have expected a bit more flavour to it, but I'm not getting it. Flavour is not great on this. Body is average, pretty good body. The aroma, it's with practically, it's with all the generic cigarettes. The aroma you get from the cigarette, it's not great. It's not great aroma. And chemical rating, as you get down to around about here, I would change it from a 2 to around about a 3. It's not bad, but you can taste it, but it won't ruin it, which is good. But not bad overall, just an average cigarette. But yeah, pretty good. Bring this one down. Alright, packaging design. Pretty bog standard packaging design, if I say so myself. Just with the usual health warnings there, as you can see in the barcode. Nothing too special about it, just the perforations on the packet here. And as you can see here, just 10 cigarettes, and obviously what says you're not completely satisfied and all that crap. But yeah, average packaging design. It's not great. But it's not crap at the same time. But really, the people that smoke these won't really tend to buy it on the decision of the packaging design. They'll just buy it because it's a smoke. That's relatively the reason why. But overall rating, flavour is bland. Pretty disappointed with the flavour. Body is average, average to good. Aroma isn't great, but that's with practically all generic cigarettes. And the chemical rating varies from a 2 to a 3. So I would give it around about an overall rating of 7.5 out of 10. Definitely a good cigarette. I wouldn't tell you not to pick them up. They are a pretty decent cigarette. Definitely if you're on a budget, because they are classed. Their class is not a budget brand, but a kind of in-between brand. In Britain, they retail at $6.51, so pretty average priced, which is good. So an average smoke for a good price, so can't really complain there. But anyway, this has been a review on JPS Blues, and until the next review, goodbye YouTube.